What is going on with my hair today? Much better. Hello and welcome to another Solana tutorial. Today we're gonna talk about sugar. Da, 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 da. Oh honey, honey. And the SHDW Drive v1.5. They did some updates. There's so much stuff happening in this space and I have a hard time keeping up. So let's do some stuff. Let's hack some shit. Let's get started. Yes, let's. So if we look at my most popular video, it's the video about the CandyMachine v2. And CandyMachine is an on-chain program that allows you to mint NFTs on Solana. Now, there is the CandyMachine CLI that I talk about here. Oh, that's a very old version that I have here. But anyway, that thing. But they now have a new CLI called Sugar. And essentially the main difference is that that's not TypeScript anymore. That, if I'm not mistaken, is Rust. Yeah, that's Rust. And therefore it's supposed to be more performant and also easier to use. So if you ever want to set up your own collection, why not do it with Sugar? And today we're going to talk about that. And then we're also going to talk about the SHDW Drive, because I'm still a fan of that. Anyway, let's start with Sugar. Da 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 da. Oh honey, honey. I'm going to say that a lot because I like to sing. Da 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 da. You are my candy machine. And we start with installing Sugar, ba-da-da. Okay, let's go. Let's do something. To install, either download the binaries or install from source. Non-technical users. Well, let's do the pre-build then. Oh, but we will have to go to Ubuntu because I don't think on Windows I get Rust to run properly. So let's go to Ubuntu. Windows subsystem for Linux. Uga, ba-da-da-da-da. We need some dependencies. So I already have. Okay, cool, sweet. And then binaries. I mean, I could also just install it from source, which is usually the safer route to go. And it's usually the longer way to go. But I mean, the simple way seems trustworthy, right? The crates. But you know, with crypto stuff, I'm always very like careful what I install. I used to be like, whatever, install. But since I have private keys on my computer, I'm like, add SHDW Drive support. Yeah. That's the one. That's the version we need. Thanks, Febo. That's exactly what we need. Oh, there's even a Windows exe. Well, that's like super easy. Should we like that is like the easiest way you can go about that. Download the executable for Windows. Right? Let's check that. Hold on. Downloads and then Sugar Windows latest exe. It's that easy. Yeah. I mean, like, I guess I could even get my mom to do this kind of thing. Well, I mean, do we then even want to build from source? No, let's go the easy way and just use this. Because Sugar makes it easy. Oh, so easy. Okay, what do we have here? We have a bundler collection. Manage the collection on the CandyMachine. There. Create a config file. Interactive process to create the config file. See, on CandyMachine CLI, we had to do this config JSON ourselves, right? Create the JSON file. But here with Sugar, we can go through that process. Deploy items to a CandyMachine on chain, mint one NFT, show, update the CandyMachine, upload assets. That's also what we know from the CandyMachine CLI. Validate the metadata files, verify the update, and withdraw funds. So essentially all the things that we need. And I guess we have the same classic where we can provide the... No? I mean, maybe let's have a little look at that. Oh, it takes the Solana config? It takes what I configured for my global Solana settings. Okay. If you don't specify them as CLI options. Okay, got it. Create a folder named assets, store your JSON files. That's the usual that we need to do, right? Metadata and images, the same as with the CandyMachine CLI, because we're still doing CandyMachine. Like on-chain, nothing changes. Like on-chain is going to be the exact same whether you use the CandyMachine v2 or Sugar. But it's easier with Sugar, apparently, or quicker. You can then use the launch command to start an interactive process to create your config file and deploy CandyMachine to Solana. Easy. Just launch it and it will go at the, yeah, that's like pretty simple. So let's have him do that. Let's just say Sugar. Launch. Before we do that though, Solana config set. And before we do that, we need a key pair. Do we want to stay in downloads? You suck. Windows, you goddamn suck. Okay, then let me scroll up here a bit. Solana keygen grind starts with sugar. Ba-dee-doom, dap-doom. Sugar. Da-da-da-da-da. And then Solana config set key pair to my sugar key file. And we are on DevNet, that's okay. We want to start out on DevNet. Yes. I can't be bothered to actually pay for this. But on DevNet I can be like Solana airdrop. And airdrop me to Sol. The good DevNet. Now, we say sugar launch. And then it will walk us through the steps. Could not load a config file because we don't have any. Would you like to create a new one? Yes. I didn't even need to press enter. Sugar Interactive Config Maker. Check out our CandyMachine configs to learn more. Well, I know already a lot more, so I don't need to do that. What is the price of each NFT? I don't know, 100 Sol. We're not gonna actually use this. How many NFTs will you have in your CandyMachine? I don't know. What collection am I even gonna use? I'm gonna use my crypto Andys. Well, why not? Let's use those mofos. All right, we have an assets folder with all of my JSONs and images. Back to you. So how many are there? 1,000. What's the symbol of your collection? ANDY. I don't care. What's the seller fee basis points? This must match what is in your asset files. It must match. Well, what the hell is in my assets files? Yeah, 100%. All right. 100% it is. No, wait, it's just 10%. Never mind. It's just 10%. Apparently, I like the ones and zeros. What is your go live date? We can do now. Now is good. How many creator wallets do you have? One. That should probably also match what I have in here. Hold on. Well. So I wasn't done with that apparently, but let's go with one. Enter creator wallet address. Well, I mean, sugar. That's my creator now. Just decided. Enter royalty percentage for creator 1. 100%. Okay, now extra features. I don't want to mint it with SBL tokens. 100 Sol should be good. I don't want to have a gatekeeper. I don't want whitelist settings. I don't want end settings. I don't want hidden settings. Like, just, you know, if you wanted to do that, right, you can go with space in here. Ah, that's how you select it. I see. With space, you select it and then it continues. Okay, so let's say we want a whitelist mint, because everybody wants a whitelist mint. And continue. What is your Sol treasury address? Well, let's also just use this one because I'm not creative. What is your whitelist token mint address? I don't have one yet. Keygen grind starts with whitelist. So that's my whitelist token. It's not a token yet, but check this out. SBL token create token. boom, now it is a token. Fuck, I should have put 0 decimals. My bad. Never mind. If you do that, put in 0 decimals. Do you want the whitelist token to be burned at each mint? Yes. Do you want to enable pre-sale mint with your whitelist token? So essentially that's exactly the same things that we had to put in our JSON file, except that we are now queried those and we go through them step by step, which for most users makes it easier. For me, it just makes it slower because I just copy it and I'm like, everything is fine except the things I want to change. Do you want to enable pre-sale mint? So that means that before the go live date, I could mint with a whitelist and afterwards everybody can mint. Don't want to do that. So no, I want it to be a pure whitelist. Now that, my dear, what upload method do you want to use? Certainly don't want to use AWS. Don't like NFT storage actually, because that's on IPFS. And the bundler, as far as I know, is on Arweave. Now where the hell is SHDW Drive? But okay, we just use the bundle for now. Do you want to retain update authority on your NFTs? We highly recommend that you choose yes. Well, that's an easy question then. Yes. Obviously, I want to keep the update authority. What a stupid question. Do you want your NFTs to retain mutable? We highly recommend that you choose yes. Yes, of course I want them to stay mutable. Because we want to change all the shit that we put in here because that's not final. So, saving config file to config.json. Oh, what a creative name. That's also the exact same name that I always used. No, actually not true. I called them CM config, I think. Now, if we want to actually have a look on this, look, there's a config JSON. So essentially, we know that. We know that, we've seen that before. You put in null if you don't like it. And you put in the values, otherwise those are my creators, no end settings, I have a whitelist mint. And if I were to now want to change that, I could be like, boom, no whitelist mint, right? Easy. Yeah. Oh, look, shadow storage account. Maybe it's just not updated in the CLI when we query for that. But there is, I assume there is a shadow something possibility. We'll have a look at that later. For now, let's just go through the entire creation process because we're here missing collection files. Okay, so this is new to me as well with the new collection standard, because remember the way I used to do it is in our JSONs, didn't even do it here, but we would put a collection here, right? Documentation. That looks good. Stuff changes so quickly that token metadata. Yeah, token standard. There it is. So, certified collections. We can now group them together to be verified on-chain. It replaces the collection field previously defined in the external JSON. Yeah, that's how I used to do it. I used to put a collection in the metadata here. V0 collection, and V1, we must first create a collection NFT. That's right, a collection of NFTs itself is an NFT. Yeah, so it's just another token that we have that represents the collection. It's the same data layout on chain as any other NFT. The difference between a collection NFT and the regular NFT is that the information provided will be used are linked together using a belong to relationship. So there is a graphic. I like graphics. So we have our normal NFTs. Usually that's the old way, right? That's how we did it. We have the mint account and we can derive the metadata account, and inside the URI there on the external it would say a name for a collection. But we want to do all of this on chain. That's why the metadata account has a collection field now, and that has a key and the verified, and the key then points to the mint account of the NFT that represents the collection, which again has a metadata account, so you can derive metadata, and that has the collection field set to none and probably doesn't even have any other special things, but probably the name, probably the URI then points to external metadata, which then has an image, and that image is then the image for the collection. That's how I imagine that stuff to work. So given a collection that does not use this standard yet, if you want to enable it, you need to update all of the, well, first you need to mint the token, create a metadata account for it, and in the metadata account you put all the information for the collection like name and image. And then you set for all of the NFTs in your collection, you set this collection field using MetaBoss or your custom script to update the metadata account. Set this collection with key and verified true to this account. In my head, sounds pretty easy. I'm not gonna do that today because we still have so much other stuff to go through. But if you want me to make a specific video on just how to update a collection that does not have this yet, let me know in the comments or in my Discord, and then I will make that in a future video. But for now, we want to focus on, if we create a new collection, how can we have this already set up for us? And even the new CandyMachine v2 CLI already also does that. It creates another token, unless we say we don't want that. Yeah, if the collection field is set to none, it means the NFT is not part of any collection, or just doesn't use the newest standard. If the collection field is set, it means that NFT is part of a collection specified within that field. So far, so good. As such, a collection field contains two nested fields. Key points to the collection NFT, more precisely, the public key of the mint account. Yeah, so that's the token mint. So for instance, for that token, it would be this. This would be the... But if I were to use a collection, hold on, so let's do that, call action. Then I would do something like SBL token, create token with decimals 0, because it needs to be an NFT. This address, create account, and mint 1, exactly 1. And then I create a master edition, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, we're getting sidetracked a lot. And then the verified boolean is very important because it's used to verify that the NFT is truly part of the collection it points to. Which, if I read this, I don't quite get. So does the metadata program set that? It should be true in any case. Notice that because collections of NFTs are linked together via belongs relation, it is possible to design nested collections. So obviously, this NFT could then again be the collection NFT for another collection, is what they're saying. Verifying collection field contains verified, which is used to determine if the NFT is truly part of the collection it points to. Ah, okay. I see, I'm starting to get this. In order to flip the verified to true, the authority of the collection NFT, this guy, must sign the NFT to prove that it's allowed to be part of the collection. Right, so that's probably a thing done by the metadata program, because otherwise everybody can set the key. Metaplex even provides a web tool. Could have a look at this, but at some other time, not now. Okay, so I still didn't quite figure out what you expect from me here. I also didn't follow that link, so maybe let's do that. So preparing your assets, and then in addition, if you want your collection NFT to be created and set automatically, that's what we want because we don't want to do that manually, you will need to additionally include a collection.json and a collection PNG or JPEG. It should be the same format as the others because obviously they are pretty much the same except they're the collection NFT. Yep. So there I would provide, my symbol, description, image. I don't need any attributes because it's the collection itself, but I could put some, I could put whatever, right? It's just another NFT. So let's do that. Easy as that. New text file. And then the image, collection PNG. I think I can leave it like that. I'm assuming it will take that. And then we just need a collection PNG. Maybe this guy. I have the collection PNG. And then I save this as collection JSON. And then I type no here. Aborted. Okay, fine. Because I didn't want to proceed. Let's launch again. And damn, it's validating metadata files. Possibly because I still have a to-do in my metadata. Check log file for details. Well, where is log file? Sugar log. Lend me some sugar. I am your neighbor. He's singing another song, but I like it. Collection chase missing field category. Okay. So apparently this is not complete. I think what we're doing here is the validate step. Is that true? So is what we're doing here the sugar validate? Yeah. So the launch essentially creates the config if it doesn't find one, and then validates, and then uploads, and then deploys, and then verifies. You can do all of those steps one after each other, but launch will just do them sequentially. So yeah, okay, so we need to fix that. We don't have a category. Property. So in properties you're missing the category, is that true? That's an image. Is that better sugar? Lend me your sugar. Ah, now we're missing field seller fee basis points. And then you're probably missing creators, and then you're probably missing the next thing. Ah, no, that's it. Validation complete. Metadata files look fine. Well, did you look at them? I have to-dos in them. But that's good, that's good. My creator is just to be decided. Let's go with the launch again, then it validates them once again, and then it starts the upload. And the upload, it starts with reading files. Mismatch value for symbol. You're doing too many checks, as if anybody cares what I put in the symbol. Okay, so here I put the symbol Candy, and for here I put the symbol, well, then let's use Candy and also in the config. Nobody cares about that stupid symbol. Okay, read them again. There we go. Initializing upload. Connected. So, boom. So I think here it created my collection. Whoa, that is fast. That was the was that the upload, and that is sending to on chain? Is that it? Is it that fast? No. Those were two. Wait, okay, no, that was probably metadata, and that was the images, maybe like that. Or images and then metadata would make more sense that way. And then deploy, we create a CandyMachine, okay, and then we're writing config lines. Okay, but I mean, the upload was still super fast with that bundler. Like, I'm used to sitting here for an hour waiting for a collection of that size to upload. That doesn't look good though. Deploy failed. RPC request, target machine actively refused it. Okay, so that's probably I'm being blocked because I'm doing too many requests kind of a thing. Yeah, if they actually actively refuse me, then I'm being rate limited. I'm assuming. But I mean, it still looked nice. We have a CandyMachine ID and we have the uploads done. So, I mean, it's good that it failed because we can now learn something and we can check if there is like a, because the CandyMachine CLI did really well with the cache, and there is a cache here. Let's see what's in there. Oh yeah, that looks nice. That's something that I'm used to. So we have the CandyMachine creator. Collection mint was apparently not created yet. Oh, the -1 is the collection. So this image should now be that weird guy with the rainbow. Yeah. Cool stuff. So it uploaded that to Arweave with the bundler with the 1,000 things. So I mean that was pretty quick. That was pretty nice. with a bundler, it works great. I mean, also the CandyMachine CLI had the bundler already, so that's not a Sugar thing, but still, Sugar seems to make it more performant. And it's the same as with the CandyMachine CLI. We have the on-chain flag. So I think it's pretty much the same implementation, just on Rust. So yeah, and a bit more info like hashes. Yeah, so that's cool. So it will not try to upload them again, but it will put them on the CandyMachine again. So the on-chain means it's not on the CandyMachine, because that's what actually requires Solana, the RPCs. So let's use a different provider. And why not use our favorite? There, definite endpoint. Solana config set. Boom. And now we just launch again. So validating is done. Now it's reading files. Reading files is done. Deploy. Loading CandyMachine. And now it's writing config lines. Look how quick that was. Did you see how quick that was? Only needed 91. And the verification. Did you see how quick the verification was as well? Woo! I mean, that was just... So on the one hand, I really like Sugar. On the other hand, I really like the Genesis Go RPCs. They're just BAM! Quick and not rate limited. So yeah, I could look at the CandyMachine. Account not found. I'm on definite, right? So tell me why both of the explorers don't find it. Yeah, you find it. There we go. 1.67. That's approximately what I expect from a CandyMachine with 1,000 entries, because I always say 1.7 for every 1,000. So that looks like a CandyMachine. It's owned by the CandyMachine V2 program. And all the transactions that were just put out like instantly. So I mean, we're still on DevNet, admittedly. Admittedly, we're still on DevNet. And it might be different on mainnet, but I just don't want to afford money right now. Did it also do the verify? Oh, verification successful. Yeah, did that. That's why it reads from the CandyMachine config to check if everything is there. That seems good. Cool. Now we could mint. We could put up our CandyMachine UI again and mint there. We can show. Let's do that. There we go. Oh, that's also a nice way to print. Yep. Sounds good. And none of them have been redeemed yet. Collection mint is this one. So this is the token that represents the collection. So let's just check out this token for a second. There we go. So that's the collection NFT. Crypto Andis is the name, and there we have the image. That's essentially all that we need. And it's an NFT because the mint authority, this one is held by the token the token metadata program, not the token program, the token metadata program. Token metadata program claimed it to indicate that that's actually an NFT. Yes, cool stuff. If you don't know what I'm talking about here, I made a video about this standard. Let me see, a while ago. This one, the Solana NFTs, how they're represented on Solana. Go watch that if you're interested. Yeah, so that's the collection. So what does it now actually look like if we have one of those NFTs in our wallet? First of all, we need to connect our wallet. Oh, I need to go on more options now. Thank you, FTX. Sugar. There we go. So yeah, we have the random NFT. But here I have already the collection NFT. So that is the collection NFT itself that I hold in my wallet, just because I created the collection, right? Now, if I mint one, if I say mint, I'm assuming it will just mint exactly one. Mint failed. Ooh, what's that? Oh, because my price is 100 sol, right? Right? Well, maybe I shouldn't do that, right? But hey, that's a good thing to do the update. So let's do an update. All right, but it doesn't ask me on stuff. It will just update with the configuration that I have. So what I need to do is the config. Here I update the price from, let's say, 100 to 1 sol. And then I hit update again. And then I can show again. I mean, purely the fact alone that I don't have to wait 2 seconds for the TypeScript node to start up, this is already a good performance improvement for me. Anyway, price is now 1 sol, but I don't have that, so I need to again drop myself a sol. And I'm rate limited again? I thought I'm on Genesis Go and they don't rate limit me. Or I'm a rate limit for airdrops? That also doesn't make any sense. Oh, wow. Yeah, that looks like a lot of connection attempts. But I'm rate limited by IP, right? If I had another... Wow. Wallet. God damn it! I cannot work like this. Let's go back to the normal public endpoint. Just Genesis Go rate limited me. I don't know what I did to them. Wait, yes, I do know. Hold on. I do know. All of this. But don't ask me why Sugar attempted to connect like 2 billion times. Stay with that. Okay, now I have 1 sol. If I now want to mint, minting from CandyMachine. Nice. I just minted 1. And if we go show again, I can see that 1 has been redeemed. Sweet stuff. That's the transaction. Token initialize and then create account. Mint 2, mint NFT from the CandyMachine. That's a normal CandyMachine mint instruction. Set collection during mint. That's new. I haven't seen that. Cool. So after the mint, it also sets the collection. So that's also via the CandyMachine program. It's called CandyMachine program. Wasn't it called like V2? Yeah, it's called NFT CandyMachine program V2. Okay. Yeah, cool. And the 6th, set and verify collection, return success. Sounds good. So what does that look like now in our wallet? Now we have this crypto Andy here. That's how this is displayed. Maybe because I just have 1 on Phantom. On Phantom it's displayed differently. So first of all, I have that 1 NFT thingy here. And then for 1, I have the collection NFT, and for 1, I have the extra collection. So if I click in here, then in here, there's just this 1 crypto Andy, right? If I mint another one, there we go, minted myself another one. If we look again, now we have 2 in here, and I can pick between them. And also, I think Solflare will group them together now. Yes, because earlier it displayed it directly here, but now it groups them together as 2 NFTs and uses the other picture, the collection picture, to group them together. Isn't that nice? Look, and in here we have those 2. That's how the collection works. Nice. And that's how essentially we work with Sugar. Nice. Is the video long enough yet, or should we still play around with Shadow Drive? Because I kind of want to play around with Shadow Drive. Although we have been playing around here quite long. But they just released V1.5 and Sugar supports that. I don't know how, but they support that. I mean, if you don't want to stay around for it and you were just interested in the sugar, then see you in the next video. But I still want to play around with Shadow Drive. Before we play around with sugar and Shadow Drive, let's play around with the CLI and Shadow Drive. And before we do that, we want to update to the newest version, because otherwise there will definitely be problems. I'm gonna give you no permissions. It's really nice weather outside. Why am I sitting in here? Because this stuff is interesting. There we go. Okay, let's create ourselves a new storage account. OKP is how you define the key. Okay, I got it. KP then. And the size as well. Well, good that you tell me all of those things. I don't know. 6.9 kilobytes. There we go. Yes. Storage account will require an estimated such and such many shadow to set up. I like how fucking cheap this is. 400? Well, that's not helpful. Can you make like that object a bit more like readable? Where did all my money go? I thought I had like still a bunch of shadow tokens on that address. And that's still a good price. Like I set it at $1.3 and I'll say it at $0.56. Good price for a gigabyte of decentralized storage. Don't go buy that thing, not financial advice. Don't go buy that thing and tell me, yeah, you said it was a good price. Yes, for a gigabyte of storage, not for you hodling it. Did you get the gigabyte of storage? No, you just got the token. Shut up. Okay, let's do another thing then. Oh yeah, this one did create storage accounts. Would you like to continue? Yes, because here I have some shadow tokens. Nice. 3, 2, 1. Da 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 da. Hey ya, look at that. So, a minute ago I created a storage account, and on chain on Solana it looks like this. It cost me 0.003 because I had to pay for this and this. So that's the storage account, and this the tequila, I don't know. It looks like a token. Ah, it is a token. It is a token account. Yep. It is a token account. This number is in my head as that's exactly what you need for a token account. Yeah, it is. Because it is a token account. And then I had to pay a little bit of shadow, but still have some. Because storage is cheap. Well, okay, we're just not using a lot. Depends on your, whatever. Okay, cool. I mean, that's cool. I mean, that's so far so good. Now, we want to actually upload a file just to see if there's a difference between 1.0 and 1.5. Because apparently there is. And I want to see it like on chain as well. Because I want to learn, yo. So Shadow Drive. We're gonna upload a file. Okay, so let's do key pair this guy, storage account. What's this guy here? The 321. 3, 2, 1. My baby, I can't, like, my brain does that. My brain just does that. But I really wanna just create the file. But what do we even upload? What do we even upload? Let's upload our config JSON. Why the hell not? Let's just upload our config JSON just to test. One file uploaded. Oh, is that where it stores the link now? No, that's just an empty list. Weird. But like I would expect it at this thing. And then config.json. That's where I would expect it. And here it is. Cool. But I really want to see what happened on chain. So let's see the last refresh. Nothing happened on chain. There was no transaction going out to Solana. whatsoever. Because I remember in version 1.0, whenever I uploaded a file, I had to pay for another Solana account that cost me 0.005 or something, right? And now I uploaded a file and I paid nothing. And that is fucking cool. That's cool. So we don't need to pay Sol for each individual file we upload. In fact, we don't even need to send out a transaction for each individual file we upload, apparently. Or I did something wrong, but I think that's an actual feature of the version 1.5. So, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I like it. Oh yeah, I like it. Oh yeah, I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Back to being productive. Nothing is forever. So how do we do this with sugar now? How do we let sugar... Well, first of all, we should maybe add storage. We want to add storage with that key pair. Size is the size now what we add. Amount of storage you're requesting to add. Okay. Let's say we want the size of 6.9 megabytes actually. So we have then 6.9 megabytes and 6.9 kilobytes. We add it to sugar. And that requires a Solana transaction again. Okay, got it. Successfully increased. Let's have a look at that. Now it actually put out a transaction. Yes. And we just had to pay for the 2 signers. Who else signed? This guy, I have no idea who that is. To increase new storage. Yes. So that's translated to 6.9 megabytes. It's a bit more bytes because 1025 and shit, you know. You know how that works. You know computer science. You know how bytes work. Yeah. And essentially the important thing was the token transfer, right? So we had to pay a little more shadow token. So obviously we had to go through Solana because we pay more shadow tokens. Yeah, that's... But can still afford it. Can still afford it. Easy. We could even do 6.9 gigabytes almost. Wait, how does that make sense? I thought a gigabyte, so this would be 5 gigabytes, right? So if I move that up, 3, 1, 2, 3, I would just pay 1.6 for 6 gigabytes. That's cheaper than I thought. I thought one shadow token is 1 gigabyte. Or am I miscalculating something here? If I were to create a storage account with 1 gigabyte, that would cost me 0.25. They quartered it. Daha, even cheaper. Nice. Even better, but I'm not going to do that now. Nice. Yeah, it's cheaper, even cheaper than I thought. Cool stuff. Anyhow, back to, we want to do this with sugar. Use the shadow drive. Can we even do that on DevNet and use the shadow drive on mainnet? I don't think so. I think we'll have to do that on mainnet. And for that, I need to actually have money. But we can do a minimal example that I can actually afford. How about that? That's where it was added. The new SHDW upload method. So I think that's what we need to write in the config. I mean, let's go with the intuitive things, right? If I were to do this, I would change my config the following way. I would, instead of the bundler, put shadow here. And then here it requests a shadow storage account. So what is my shadow storage account? Well, 3, 2, 1. Hey ya, hey ya. That's that one there. Just gonna put that here. And then we're just gonna see if that works. However, now we need to do this on mainnet. We want to do this on mainnet. So we are gonna maybe not have such a high price for this, maybe. And then only do maybe, I don't know, let's do 10. Not because I can't afford the storage on Shadow Drive. That's by far not the problem. But I don't want to pay for a CandyMachine configuration that is too big. But I could afford 0.1 0.17. So I could do 100, but no, let's do with 10. It's just more about the thing anyway. And we're gonna do this probably with the same, we're gonna use the same address as here. So let's put in that also as the treasury. Yeah, and then we save that. We need a new assets folder, or alternatively in our assets folder, we just keep the first 10 and the rest, except for the collection, we delete. Bye! Okay, so 10 should be enough. Good. So with that in mind, let's just hold on. Solana config set cluster mainnet better, because that's better. And also the key to SD3. Boom. So with that prepared, let's go again with sugar and launch. Woo! Yeah, send some data. Oh, it's sending data. Upload successful. What? Did it just do that without even giving me an error that I can fix? How boring. And then it created me a CandyMachine ID. And now it's sending. And that just took 2 transactions because we can write about 10 files per transaction. Cool. That's it. That's it. That was way too easy. Literally, way too easy. Where's the challenge? Where's the challenge here? Yeah, that's not there yet. Okay. Is it on the Explorer? The Explorer, we see, yeah, 2.2. That's something I would expect because 1.7, 0.017 for the data plus then all the CandyMachine config. So looks good, looks good. It already did all of the verify and stuff. The verification is successful. We're looking good. Yeah, 10 also looks good. So let's look in our wallet. SPL token accounts. So we have some shadow token left and we have one of this. Well, what is this? This will be the collection NFT, which will not be stored on Arweave, but actually on Shadow Drive. Look at this. Look, it literally, it 3, 2, 1. Look, it just put the collection.json there. That's just, it just literally puts the things there. And then the 0.json and the remaining, they will also be there, right? That's so cool. And we can just also go there, see that, right? And then follow this link. It's all on the Shadow Drive. It's all on the Shadow Drive. It's all on the Shadow Drive. I love this. I love this. And also if we were to mint an NFT, then same thing. Now I have another one, this one. And if we check this one out. No, what? Ah, it just takes a while. Okay. I was being too quick. So again, we can see in the metadata that it links to Shadow Drive 3, 2, 1 and the 3.json. Because that was uploaded by Sugar. Sugar. Oh, Andy. Yeah. And external link to my other YouTube channel, actually. That's not even to Sol Andy, but to my other one. And then here we see that's the collection. It makes a collection automatically, but it's not. That's not the token. The token how do we find that? That would also be in the metadata collection here. So verified is 1, so that's true. So the minting, as we saw earlier, sets that. So we would have seen that in here, right? So if we look at that on the Explorer, that last instruction here is the set collection during mint. That's what sets this, I assume. So it's verified, and that is the key. So we also saw that here, right? That's the collection NFT. That's written in the metadata on chain of this token. And the external metadata points to Shadow Drive. I love this. I love this. This is amazing. This is so cool. This is so cool. All right. Yeah. And with that, I think I want to end it for today. Thanks for stopping by and learning about NFT collections, the metaplex standard, Sugar, and the Shadow Drive with me. I mean, there's so much cool stuff happening in the Solana ecosystem. I can literally not keep up with how much is going on. I need to focus on the things that I'm most interested in. And, Shadow Drive and metaplex are 2 of those. So, yeah, if you're interested in more videos, go subscribe, like this video, check out the others that I have. And I really hope that you learned something and that you could enjoy this journey with me. And go try it out yourself. Create yourself a CandyMachine with Sugar and upload the data to Shadow Drive. It's just that, yeah, that's the future. That's so nice. I love it. I hope you're as excited about this as I am. I'll see you next time. Or in Paris at the Hacker House. Hacker Houses! Yeah!